Hey everybody, this is Bill Mouseart, and we're here. Hey, we're live. It's Sunday. Dan, how you doing? We're here with our good friend Dan Sen from ARGO Comics. We're going to be promoting a Kickstarter this evening and doing some sketching and doing some stuff. You know, I was supposed to start the show with this little fancy picture. Boom! There it is. That way we can give a couple people a little couple of seconds to jump into the chat, hopefully, and say hi to everybody. But here we are. It's like, look, we're live. We're here. We're right now. Dan, how you doing, my friend? How's your evening treating you, my friend?
Yeah, going very well. I mean, having moved out of New York, I'm avoiding all the blizzards. I don't have to shovel everything tomorrow. So that is indeed good news.
You dodged the storm.
There you go.
Oh man! So yeah, we've got.
Share.
So we got a few things to talk about tonight. I just found out this past week that you had the Kickstarter going up, and boom, like still 27 days to go. And let's put it up on the screen so everybody can take a quick look at why we're here tonight. You guys, you already made your funding goal, which is amazing, dude.
Yeah, no, it was quite a surprise. As I said, I went to the gym, got back, and there it was. So it was really great to see that. And you know, I've run a number of Kickstarters through Argo Comics and our other line, Thunderzone, and yeah, this is perhaps quickest to fund. So really excited about this one.
Super cool. Let me see. All right, so I tell you what, we'll give a few minutes before we start scrolling through the campaign, and we'll talk a little bit about what we're doing today. While you're talking about the book and about the story and stuff, and of course you have, you know, you're collecting a few different issues together, so there's more artists in the book than just yours truly over here. So you get to talk about some of their work and what the story is about and all that good stuff. And I'm going to start drawing one of the characters from Argo Comics, Miss Molecule. So I got a pin up here. Which artist drew this one here? This is from issue 4. Yeah.
Oh, that's the issue 4. Which I have on here. Let's see.
So cool that we're able to work on these together, dude.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
So I got my little
Rafael Soto.
Awesome. Well, Raphael, I'm using your reference tonight, just so you know. But let's say hi to whoever's in the chat room right now. I see we got a few people in there. Platinum, what's up, dude? I'm glad you're excited to be here. We're glad that you're here hanging out with us. Ken, what's up? Evening, gentlemen. Kevin, what's up, dude? Kevin says, you seem overly excited, Platinum Abra. Kevin says, gents, us, nah. Maybe a little. Yeah, this is something new, dude. Like we've worked on these books over the years, as it were. Kevin says, I think you know why. You like the little mousy girl. Committed Comics, Tom, in the chat. Tom, chat. All right, so I'm going to be drawing Miss Molecule tonight, while Dan does some expositionary workup about what the book is all about. Let me put the camera a little bit closer to the artboard here.
Now this will take me back to our New York Comic-Con days.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah, Bill was drawing at the Argo Comics table as the Sorority of Power series artist, and I got to watch all these great images unfold before my eyes. I don't know why my phone is. Siri is like answering my questions about images. Let's see. Airplane mode.
Yeah, I noticed. I try not to say Siri too loud, only because see, my phone just woke up. My phone is all over. Let me hit the button on my phone.
I didn't say Siri. I didn't even say anything like that sounded like Siri, like Dark Seas or anything. I just was, talking about Sorority of Power. Sorority?
Siri of Power.
Yeah, Sorority of Power. I can help you with Theory of Power.
Welcome to Sorority of Power.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, we had some great times at New York Comic Con.
Oh yeah, dude, those are good memories right there.
Selling the comics, your verbatim Weird Al performance. It's amazing that you know all those lyrics. But yeah, Sorority of Power. Now the image you showed before is actually from issue number 1, and that was the wrap cover for issue 1.
Yeah.
And while we did have other artists come in, I mean, basically, I always considered yourself to be the series artist because we would always roll back to you with another issue. But of course, your commitments with Nera X, and I think you had Triple S Comics going at the time, Eclipse and
that's right. Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. So I mean, I took whatever portion of mouth I can get, and we put out these great issues with, as you said, a number of great fill-in artists as well.
Now, one of the ideas that you had before we started the show, because we're doing the sketch that we're doing tonight. This is Dan's idea. Now, we're actually going to be this is going to be the variant cover for issue. Did you say 16? Is that correct? Or
16? Yes.
All right. So issue 16. While I'm doing a sketch, just so you know, at the end of the show, we're going to be on for about an hour, and at the end of the show, I should have a full pencil of what the image is going to be for the most part, and we are going to auction off this cover art at the end of the show. So we're going to have a little 5-minute auction at the end of the show. We're going to see if anybody would like to bid on it. One lucky winner will be able to take it home, and I'll ship it to you. Of course, when you receive the artwork, it will be fully inked. It will be a finished piece of art when you receive it. I won't have time to ink it during the live stream because an hour is just not enough time. But you'll be able to bid on it towards the end of the show, and it is going to be the variant cover for issue 16. So just want to let you guys know that that's coming up a little bit later while Dan's talking about the book and talking about the story and different artists. So I just want to let you know that that's what's going on the left side of your screen right now.
Yeah, I planned this as our first stretch goal to have this cover available in the Kickstarter. Okay, that's currently running, because the Kickstarter has a trade paperback which includes issues 1 through 5, and there was also an 8-page short story in the ARGO Comics anthology that was actually Sorority of Power's first appearance. That's included in the trade. So we have that trade, but then I also decided, since it was a standalone story that I hadn't released, that Sorority of Power 16 would be part of this Kickstarter as well. So
that's cool. That's a cool bonus. I like that a lot.
Yeah, we have actually, this is the standard cover, our New Mutates cover, I call it, which is, of course, an homage to a New Mutants cover.
Mm-hmm.
So we have this by the story artist Rob Banbury, and colors by Tio Piniero. So that's it. The standard cover is 16. And then I have this, I call it the face talk to avoid any lawsuits. Face talk variant, where the sorority girls are doing a little face talk dance to stream.
That's cool. I like that cover.
Okay, so those covers are already up on the Kickstarter. We do have a third cover where backers are able to get their character on the cover. So that's a reward tier. Mm-hmm. But that'll be 16 as well. So this will be the only other variant I have plans for doing, where we will have this Miss Molecule variant cover as our first stretch goal. and it'll feature, again, it's going back to Sorority of Power number one, Bill's art.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll do a little bit more sketching on here, and then I'll take a little bit of a break from the sketch. That way I can scroll down the campaign page. That way we'll talk a little bit about what's going on in the campaign page. Take a few minutes to catch up with what people might be saying in the comments section a little bit. Let's see. Hey, Kevin is saying he's talking to Tom. You're in the chat. It must be nice to be able to relax and not have to worry about a Kickstarter, Thomas. Hey, he's still fulfilling Nira X, and he's actually waiting for me right now. So I got to finish a couple of commissions myself to send over to Tom, so that way he can complete all of the shipping on Nira X Dark Seas number 2. Let's see. Platinum says, it's the little tiny ears. I cannot lie. We got Dan. You don't know about these characters, but the little tinies. If you ever see anybody mention the little tinies, we got little tiny versions of all of the Cyber Angel characters in the Nira book that are just tiny versions of the actual full-size characters. They just pop up and create havoc.
Like chibis?
Yeah, exactly, but smaller.
Oh, tiny.
Tom, I'm not going to say it 3 times. I'm not going to do it. Kevin is saying those are rather big for little tiny ears. I think that goes for all the ladies being big in some way. Yes. Committed Comics says, I'll start the bidding at $50. LOL. You know what? We're going to take that seriously. Tom's in the room now with $50. Let's keep track of that. I don't know if you have a scratch sheet of paper, so I'll try to write it down so I don't have to scroll all the way back up to the top. But since Tom started the bidding, we're going to start the bidding at $50. I'll write it down on a little piece of paper over here, so that way I don't have to scroll too far. You guys will keep me straight. Thanks, Tom. Ken says, damn it, Tom. He started early, I know. Let's see. Tom says, I'm taping labels on boxes now as we speak. I didn't even get to bid my $1. I know Kevin likes to bid dollars first. One day we'll see a full-size little tiny. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's scroll down the campaign page a little bit, Dan, so that way you can talk to us a little bit about what's going on. I know we got in the story section here what this is all about. We have a little lineup of the characters.
Yeah, I always like to have that in the inside cover, so people know the names and the powers right off the get-go.
That's actually something that I loved about all the comics that I collected back in the day, is that they would have that, like even the Shiro comics that I used to collect, like Appleseed and stuff like that. They would have like a little section where I could see like the names of the characters. I knew who everybody was. I love stuff like that.
Yeah, even Justice League would do that sometimes. There,
it's
a roll call, and then at least give you the names.
Exactly. So we got a couple pages of content here.
Yeah, that is actually from the ARGO Comics anthology number 2, which was their first appearance. Short 8-page story, and it introduces us to that's Leopard Lass, Mushka, and Cybersuit, which are actually the 3 pledges that are pledging to get in the sorority. And now we go straight to issue 1 there with your art, Miguel Marquez colors, and we are seeing what we call Rush Day in college, where people can join new activities or try to apply to be in a fraternity or a sorority. And but this is an unusual school, Argo University. So we had, as Bill so aptly illustrated there, the intergalactic intramural football team and the the mystic arts and witchcrafts. So, standard university type clubs, but a bit askew to an unusual world.
Yeah, that's what makes them so fun to draw and so fun to look at, dude. I love these characters. I love working on these characters with you.
Yeah, and a lot of them carry over. We've seen the intergalactic intramural football players and show up again and again. And same thing with the mystic arts and witchcraft. So it's great, like when, like for the instance, that witch type design where she shows up in another issue. I thank you for your great designs that help, carry these characters into other issues and enrich the story.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. Let's see what we got next. We got a little bit more. Hey, more of that Bill Mouse guy drawing stuff. What's up with that?
There you go. That's actually, again, the 3 pledges. They're going now to the table where the Sorority of Power is recruiting new members. And we have the leader in the front of the desk there, Lady Blackstar. And Crush is, well, to our right, in the green. And then we have Miss Molecule, who you're drawing right now, directly above.
Sweet.
They are already sisters, so the other 3 are pledges. And since it is a sorority to make someone a superheroine, they don't just pledge for like a month or 2, like a normal sorority. It's going to last for a year, which incidentally enables us to do more than just 2 issues or something. So we get a few more issues in there with them as pledges and with the other ones as full sisters.
Sweet. We got another page here. I'm glad you got a lot of preview art, because that's something that's so important for the campaigns. Everybody gets to see, get a really good idea of what's inside the books.
Yeah, well, undoubtedly. I mean, with this being a trade collection, it's all completed. I mean, I have a proof, so it's not like people are going to be scratching their heads going, when's this guy going to get this book to us?
This guy's not done drawing this book yet.
Yeah, it's ready to go. We got a variant cover on the drawing table right now, but beyond that, it's all ready to go.
Nice, nice. All right, let's do a little bit more scrolling. We'll see what else we got going on here. A little bit more fun here. Awesome.
Okay, now we go into issue 2, some preview pages for that by Raphael Lanhellis.
Awesome.
Oh, no, this is T.G. Sangalang. Sorry about that. That was issue 3 is Raphael.
It's all good. You're juggling a lot of artists and a lot of work, so hey, I'm surprised you keep it all straight.
Yeah, without the pinups, if it's been, this has been 15 years now, so
yeah.
With the pinups, sometimes I have to refer back, but most of the time, story artist and Miguel Marquez again doing the colors to keep it consistent. But yeah, T.G. Sangalang did some work on Image Comics, and great to have him jump in for issue 2.
Very cool.
Where on the next page, we'll see that the sorority is meeting one of the other sororities within the ARGO University. So that is the Manga Anime Delta Sorority. So as you can see, we have some manga type, anime type archetypes in there. Or tributes, as one might say, for some of the manga that I've enjoyed.
Yeah, it looks awesome, dude.
Yeah, that was issue was a lot of fun. And, most universities do have a number of sororities, so it's understandable that there'd be another one.
That's the one thing about this series that always got me, especially, I'm always excited to get a new script from you and be able to work on a new issue, but it's always fun. It's like so much, like it's just straight up fun to read and to go through and see what they go, see what kind of shenanigans they get wrapped up in.
No, I appreciate that. Now that's Raphael Lanhellis, who did issue 3. And,
nice.
Usually starting out on the campus and, regular campus life, except again, a little askew, where we have what seems to be some Universal monsters there playing Frisbee. Now, here's something I wanted to infuse the series with, which was like regular sorority or campus type activities. Like a sorority might do a car wash to raise funds.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, in that respect, here we have a bit of that going on, where they're raising funds by doing a car wash, just as any other sorority would do.
Let's see. Let's take a moment and see who's in the chat with us. Make sure that we're not falling behind on what they're talking about behind our backs.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where are we at here? Well, Kevin definitely says I'd pledge with the Mystic Arts.
There you go.
And this is a good point. It's like, there you go. A full-size little tiny would be Maushka. Mushka or Maushka? I always want to say Maushka. Mushka.
She's a Russian student.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. As Kevin says, it sounds like Bill's Kickstarter. The preview art comes as it's drawn. Tom is saying, "Oh, I know what it's like. Finish the book, anonymous artist. Wink." Yeah, we're changing our strategies when it comes to our future Kickstarters. So making sure that the book's actually done. We're learning the hard way. We're learning the hard way. So this is good. This whole book is done. It's ready to go. This is the last piece of artwork, I guess. The one that's on the screen. That'll be fresh out of the oven for printing, and that'll be done like this week. Ken says, Bill, are you doing new interior art for the book? No new interior art for the book, but how many issues do I have in the book, Dan? Is it 2 issues or
2 issues? There's
2 issues of content from myself in the book, along with all the other artists that are involved. Let's see here. Mighty Geek says, by the way, Mighty Geek, thanks for hanging out with us. Mighty Geek says, William Mouse, what's the meaning of this? Well, Dan and I have been working for years. We used to go to New York Comic Con together. I forget when we actually, did we meet at New York Comic Con one year? Mm-hmm. I believe we did. I think we met in front of Rob Liefeld's table. And that might have been the first time we saw each other face to face.
Yeah.
That's what it was. That's what
online, I think we were already talking.
I think we were too. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I just remember that New York Comic Con being so, because I was like, oh my gosh, I get to like actually meet you in person. And we had to talk and walk around the show. That was the time when I didn't have a table yet at New York. And dude, that was a good memory. That was a good memory. But anyways, Mighty Geek, what we're doing tonight, we're promoting Dan Sehn's Kickstarter, which just met its funding a little while ago. And this is Sorority of Power, man. It's like I've got some artwork in here. Dan is the creator. He's the writer. He's the publisher. And he's also an artist. A fellow artist among us. Kevin says, anonymous mouse artist. I see what you're saying. Mads. I thought William Mouse was Pops. Well, the official, I never really go by William unless I want to sound fancy, like I'm an English lawyer or something. Platinum says, Tom, please talk Bill into a new manga Nira X series. That could be a thing. That could be a thing. But tonight we're going to support Dan on the new Sorority of Power, because I want to draw more issues of Sorority of Power as well. And the way to do that is to make sure that we do well with this Kickstarter tonight. All right, Dan. So what do we got here with this page?
Well, Miss Molecule is using her power over molecules to clean the car there. And Leopard Lass, she could be a little bit of a bully sometimes. And she's washing the car, but Mushka is unwillingly helping her.
Right.
It's a cat and mouse type thing.
But see, this is the kind of fun stuff I'm talking about. This is awesome.
Yeah, you expect the cat to kind of pick on the mouse a little bit. Okay, and then
this is a fun splash page for sure.
Yeah, that's moving into issue 4. And again, there, as I mentioned, we bring back from issue 1 that Mystic Arts and Witchcrafts member who was at the table at the Rush Week. And now they're battling her.
So cool, so cool. There we go.
And yeah,
that's a classic impact scene right there. Let's see, Tom. You say the link isn't working. Are you talking about the link to the Sorority of Power campaign that I've got? I've got a link in the description of this video underneath. I copied it from the quick link from the campaign page. But if the link is not working, please let me know. Let me see. Platinum says, Tom, please. Oh, okay. That's. I don't think you're going to have a hard time talking Tom into talking me into doing that. So we shall see. Oh no, the one I put in the chat. Oh, got you. I don't know if links work when you put them in the chat. You should be able to cut and paste them, but I don't know that you can hot link it. I don't know that you can link it like that. I will. You know what? I'll copy and paste the link while Dan talks up what's going on this page here. That'll buy me a couple seconds, and I will go over here and I will find the link real quick.
Yeah, we're seeing the Mystic Arts and Witchcrafts member getting ready to cast a spell, and Mushka is hopping into action because usually to cast a spell you have to make some hand gestures. So Mushka has landed on her hand, preventing her from casting this spell and allowing Lady Blackstar to use her Blackstar Saber to disable that witch. And let me just take a look here, because of course I know Bill's doing the art. And yes, this is Giuseppe Pica doing the colors on this one, and with myself doing the lettering. So it was just great to see these pages come in. Everyone who's watching who's a fan of Bill's art, of course, can relate that you see a new page like this, you're very excited to see it. You get that colorist on it, boom, there's another layer, the words, and eventually, of course, anyone who's self-published, you have that book in your hand. And
we actually got a little bit of an update. Not to cut you off or anything, but you got a little bit of an update. We're up to 2360 now. Thanks so much, guys. You guys are awesome, brothers.
Yeah, thank you.
So cool.
Any of the support here. This has been, great to have this finally collected. Where again, we've been publishing this for a while, but I've done trade paperbacks of Argo 5, which is my other series. That's up to issue 47 now. I'm lettering. So, I figured I had to get a jump on that with the trades, but it's great to finally get to Sorority of Power, because that's at, issue 16 in the indie, the smaller indie market. It's pretty good, run.
I have a feeling that the indie market is going to be not. It's like we're finding there's a new niche that we're kind of creating for ourselves. That is growing, and it just continues to grow. And I'm really, really excited. This decade is going to be really, really fun. I'm really excited to see where things are going. We're building some things that I think are going to last, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So check out. We had a conversation yesterday on the live stream about different comic book characters that had white hair, because Nira X has white hair, obviously. So we started thinking about, well, when did Lady Death come out? When did Zealot come out? And I was just like, their publishing dates are almost exactly the same from when they came out. So I'm noticing here that Kevin is noticing that we have another character with white hair right here. So it's part of our conversation from yesterday, kind of carrying over to today.
Yeah, trying to think, because again, I'm from Long Island, so I would see Zen. We were talking about that one time, Stephen Stern, with the Cosmic Comics in Oceanside.
Yeah.
And, where I first, because it's hard for me to remember at this point, where I first picked up Nira X.
It's been a long time, and she's over her 30th anniversary already. So I've got a couple of things in the works that were supposed to be for her 30th anniversary, a pinup book and some other things. And right now we're kind of changing the titling on all of that stuff to be like the big 33. So because that's how late it's running to be able to get that stuff out. So yeah, I mean, we've been publishing for quite a long time.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, that, you know, being in Long Island, I had the advantage of the local distribution of that work with Zen to, you know, be able to get on the ground floor before it was more, you know, widely available, which of course it was later on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, I'm excited, dude.
I'm trying to remember. I guess there's been a number of publishers throughout, an Entity you were going with for a while, and you know, I've been there for all the Committed Comics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, we Entity. We actually co-founded Entity Comics together, DAN SEHN and myself, when Zen became available for licensing, and that's the first time that I had met Steve and Dan, the other co-creator of the book. They just finished their run on in ARGO Comics.
Okay.
And they were looking for a new publisher, seeing where they can go from here, sort of thing. And yeah, we're lucky enough to start a working relationship. And Zen #0 was our very first book that we published as Entity Comics, but it was also the very first book. It was the very first appearance of Nira X on the very last page of that book. So not only did he let me write the book and redesign Zen for, you know, a more action audience, but he let me start putting my own characters into the stories. So that was an amazing time. 90s were like magic, dude.
Yeah, I remember the books running in Avatar Press. So,
yep. We had a long run at Avatar. We had a fun time with Avatar. Threshold, exactly. We had Threshold. We had Allura and the Cyber Angels. We had the Nira X book. We had a couple of we had quite a few one shots. We had a lot of really fun content.
I guess you're doing like pinups or covers of Web Witch, but not doing the actual book.
I think, you know what? I actually did a 2-issue. Was it a 2-issue? I'm trying to remember now. It's been a long time. I did at least one issue, but it might have been a 2-issue miniseries of Web Witch.
Okay.
And I remember that I got the chance to design the action figure for Web Witch. We were doing a lot of action figures back then too, through Avatar. Avatar was part of like Comic Cavalcade, and then they also had another company called Rendition Figures, and we did Mercy as an action figure, and we did Allura as an action figure, and a couple other characters from the Avatar lineup.
Yeah, I have those, and they were very true to model. Like a lot of figures are, you know, have a hard time capturing like an artist's style, but I think they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I think they did really good too. I was very surprised actually that they did. We worked directly with the artists that were actually making the molds and stuff like that at the factory. And we just kept on giving them sketches and drawings and, you know, approving things, unapproving things, until we finally got where we were going. So it was quite the experience.
And it seems like through all those publishers, you know, there was a lot of things changing to the point where this Dark Seas series seems to be almost like a 0 hour where you're kind of putting it all like into one new timeline, right?
Exactly. That's kind of what's happened with Nira X, because since we were publishing under, like you said, different companies, and my stories kind of like go everywhere to begin with. Nira's stories are not to be taken too seriously, you know, as far as continuity and things like that go. I'll very easily write myself into a corner and use time travel to just kind of bounce myself back out of it because I just want to have fun and go on the next adventure, you know. So consolidating a lot of that was just a good way to go. And the world where Nira lives now, it's more like a battle world type of situation. So she's not traveling back and forth in time, and I have to keep up with all the timelines and all the continuity. It's basically one solitary place that it's made up of different eras and different places. So I still get to have all the fun of time travel without actually time traveling, because according to her, time travel is a crime. And she has to keep people from doing it.
I think either yourself or Committed made a little graph of the different universes she's out in, and ARGO Comics was in there.
Yep, absolutely.
Very cool to see that.
Yeah, we actually illustrated the timeline going through the universe.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was a lot of fun. Yeah,
and
it's like
actually from her appearance was actually in ARGO 5 number 3, and in this campaign we're going to have that ARGO 5 Volume 1 and Volume 2 as in a catch-up tier or as add-ons. So
nice.
that Nira X appearance is available in this campaign.
That is so cool. That is so cool. Let's see here. Kevin says, don't forget about the Mercy book. Yeah, that's right. We had a Mercy book. We had a Mercy 1. Actually, no, it was a 2-issue miniseries. Ken says, I think you did 3 issues of Wedwitch, if I'm not mistaken. You might be correct. You might be right. Because I was doing so many different covers and short stories for Avatar back then that it does blend together. We were just having so much fun. Exactly. Tom says, the figures had big boobies. They did. They could be used as flotation devices. I'm always trying to think ahead. You know, safety first is what I say. If you're going to buy comics, they have to serve double uses.
Well, this page is actually the Team Machine, which is a teenage superhero team that I have, and they are guest starring in, I guess that's issue 5, again by T.G. Sangalang. And that's a trip to the mall. Again, typical teenage stuff that you might see. I think they were getting dresses for a spring formal. So they went to the mall, encountered a villain, and Team Machine. You know, teens like to hang out at the mall, as do college people. So they were there as well. And I'll say back in the day, an ex-girlfriend was in a sorority. So I guess a lot of this came from at the time when I decided to do this type of book, you know, some direct reference or research. Every time I say that I researched it with a former sorority girl, I get a lot of chuckles about that, but you know, that's the
hey, you're doing research, you're going to the source, man. That's actually really good.
And I will say that it's going back to the source of a different era. So you know, in the politically correct times of today, there wouldn't be any hazing going on, which we do see in issue 1, which is, again, normal for sororities back then.
Right.
So, you know, for those who have a delicate palate, perhaps you want to curtail and go to a corporate comic and enjoy that one.
If you don't enjoy old Tom and Jerry cartoons, this is not for you, is what you're saying. If you don't have a sense of humor and can't stand up.
This is a little spicy, we'll say, this book.
Got you. That's all good, dude. Let me see here. Where was I right now? I was just making sure I didn't miss any comments in the chat here. Let's see. Kevin says that he did some work on Pandora too. I think Pandora was like some of the first stuff. I really don't have a memory of the Pandora stuff. I might have to like research myself. Kevin says, as well as Razors and the Furies.
This
Yeah.
is all on Threshold.
And
I have it all. I can't recall everything. But I have it.
Oh man, that's amazing. It's like Platinum says, sorority girls hang out at frats, yo.
I do have a script that I was working on with a frat party, and you know, perhaps when Nira X manga is done to appease Kevin, we will have something like that going on.
That could be a thing. That could be a thing.
Yeah, it's just kind of sitting there. I didn't
we do.
complete it, but
We do like to have our fun. We do like to have fun with our comics. There we go. Let me scroll down a little bit further, see where we're at with some of this story here.
yeah, there's a little bit of engagement between Sorority of Power and the Team Machine, because you know when super teams meet up, there's always some type of misunderstanding that gets them in a little battle. So that's what we have.
All right. And we'll probably go down the want to go down the right side of the screen here in a minute, just to let people see what some of the tiers are actually including, just to give them an idea of what the different tiers cost and all that good stuff. This is a cool scene right here, and you know what? This might be the first time I'm seeing these characters on the right here. This green,
Yeah,
this
they
green
moved
guy.
those for issue 16.
Yeah. Cool. And we got the girls. Yep.
Yep, the Andre Leal drew that
Mm-hmm.
drew that cover. I already mentioned Rob Banbury on the standard cover. This is Andre Leal on art and colors.
Nice.
Uh, He did an issue as well. I think Sorority Power number, I'm going to say 14, he did. Full story, but here he's giving a variant.
It looks like the steps at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, never having been, I would know. The other thing we just passed was that's not the actual art, because that's a cover from issue 12, but
Right.
again, we have a level where if someone has their own superheroine and they want to be on this custom cover, again, art pending, we will have a cover with different people's characters.
Sweet. Now that's issue 16. So this is the issue that this particular piece of artwork is going to be the variant cover for.
That's correct.
Awesome. All right, let's keep on scrolling down here.
That's a preview of 16. Again,
Nice.
art by Rob Banbury, colors by Tio Piniero, and they are having a sorority meeting at the sorority house. Meeting is over, so everyone's allowed to turn their phones back on, which is, of course, what they immediately do.
That's a cool pose. I like that pose.
Yeah, Rob is very great at these dynamic poses, and like kind of the anatomy, a little more towards the muscular type of physiques. But of course, you know, superheroes are going to be athletic, so you would expect that.
Let's see. Getting a question here from Chet. What's up, dude? Let's see. Chet says, Bill, if I order a sorority tier, which Cyber Angel do you want to slap in? I don't know how I could slap in a Cyber Angel because the book's already drawn.
No, he's talking about that custom cover.
Well, if I can put another character into this custom, if Chet, if you want to.
No, the cover that I have that's coming.
Oh, got you. No,
The one we just passed.
Exactly. Let me scroll to the thing. Now I'm understanding. I was misunderstanding first.
That.
All right. So for this right here, we could slap in any Cyber Angel character that you want. Let me see. Which Cyber Angel do you want me to slap in? Oh, I see what you're saying. It's like, dude, we got to put Evil Nira back there. She's the one that's always up to something. So if you order this, Chet, if you order the sorority tier, let's talk about putting Evil Nira back there. That would be a good Cyber Angel to put back there. All right. Hopefully we'll get Chet actually ordering this this tier right here. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, Mighty Geek says, I'm talking comics-wise. About, the 90s are trying to return. Yes. And absolutely comics-wise. In fact, Cat Mouse, by the way, Cat Mouse is now the owner of Entity Comics. Just in case you didn't know, Dan. I don't know. We made a little announcement a little while back. She took out the LLC and she's got the whole thing now. So one of her little taglines is that she calls it the new 90s. Because obviously everything I draw just looks 90s because I'm unable to actually draw anything else. Luckily, there are some people out there that want to see 90s style stuff, so it's good for me.
Cat Mouse, CEO of Entity Comics.
She's the top dog. That's right. Chet says, "Will she fit in?" I think so. She's a bad student. She's a horrible student. She doesn't care. She's like the Fonzarelli. She's like the Fonz going on campus causing trouble.
Wouldn't she be the Pinky Tuscadero then?
She might be. Yeah, that might be more accurate. Ken says, now I'm imagining a sorority of cyber angels. You never know. It could be a thing. It could be a competing school. You never know. Back in the day, you never know where they went to college. Let's see. Platinum says, will Cat fire that one artist guy? No, because there's only the one guy. That means me. No. Ken says, would the Cyber Angel sorority be called Delta, Delta, Delta? You get a point for that one, my friend. By the way, we decided as a group, because I kept on calling the triangle on Nira X's face. I kept on calling it a triangle. And the group, and thanks to Ken, we call it a Delta now. So because of that, yeah, now they're part of the Delta, Delta, Delta. All right, Chet says, okay. I think he's thinking about it. It's like, that sounds awesome, dude. Definitely want to support our indie comics. We all lift each other up. If Dan does well, if I do well, we all do well. So it's the good thing about all of this. We all pick each other up. All right, so let me scroll down a little bit more. I've got the drawing just about finished. This is pretty much set up. I'll let you take a quick look at this artwork real fast, just so they have a little cleaner look at it. So I've got a nice little angle on here. Got some rubble, and like using her powers and stuff up against the ground. She's coming out of some battle or something, and just a cool pose with her powers coming off of her fist. Got some smoke coming off of the back right here. So that's generally what the artwork is looking like. So let's see. We got about 10 minutes left in the show. So I think what I'll do is I'll actually, let's open this officially. Tom has already bid 50 on the piece. So I'll just keep an eye on the chat as we keep on going. If anybody else would like to bid on, this is actually going to be the variant cover for issue 16. Granted, it's going to be inked. It's going to be colored. The whole, when you receive the artwork, it'll be the black and white inked artwork. And so, yeah, let's open it up for bid. Let's see, I got a little ticker tape thing I could put on the bottom so that way people know that it's up for bid. And I'll just put this back on the comments so I can see what you guys are saying. And I'm going to put this back up so that way we can keep on talking about the campaign while you guys are bidding on the cover art. And then we will go from there. So let me scroll down a little bit. Let's see, we were down a little bit further. Yeah, we're down. Oh, there you go. There's a new page right there we can talk about.
Yeah, Pink Puma guest stars in this issue, and there was an issue of Red Rooster and Pink Puma. They're kind of like frenemies, where they, hang out, but they jab at each other a lot. Actually, based on two friends of mine, who the Red Rooster unfortunately passed away during COVID, but Pink Puma and him, they had a lot of bit strips. If anyone remembers that on Facebook back in the day, where they were always picking on each other. And Pink Puma, my real life friend, is very short. So I even decreased her height a little from there for comedic effect. And she is guest starring in this new issue of Sorority of Power.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, let me scroll down some more. I was just getting the camera a little bit closer to the artwork there. Since the little thumbnail's kind of small. Here we go. Let's go down. There you go. Got her by the tail.
Yeah, Crush seems a little infatuated with her.
All right, let me take a little. Since we only have about 9 minutes left in the show, so I definitely want to see
Pink Boomer Red Rooster with your cover.
Awesome, awesome. I love that that's part of it. That's cool. So I just want to, because I want to slide down the right side so that way people see what the tiers are.
Yeah, the two trades we just showed of Argo 5 has issues 1 through 5 and then 6 through 10, I believe. Or is it? Oh, 0 through 5. Yeah, 0 through 5 and 6 through 11. That's what it is.
Gotcha.
The Argo 5 trades.
Let's scroll up to the top.
The Neurax Appearance and Argo 5 Volume 1. So those are available as add-ons or catch-up.
Look at that, my friend. We're at 25.78 right now. You guys are kicking ass. I love you guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Greatly appreciated.
All right, so let's go down to our pledges over here, just so you guys see. You got a $6 pledge. It's not going to let me scroll any further. Wait, we got the $6.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's for a PDF, right?
Yeah, the $6 PDF. There you go.
There we go. Then there's a $10 junior high level.
Physical copy of 16.
A physical copy of 16. Then you got the freshman level at 20.
Yep, that's just the digital copy of the trade.
Gotcha. Hey, thanks, Ken. I'll try and keep track of the bids as we keep on going along. Thanks so much, Ken. Ken is big man in the room right now with 60 for the original art. This is going to be the variant cover for issue 16 when it's all said and done. All right, continue along. Let's see. The next tier is a $45 tier, the sophomore tier. Let's see.
Yeah, you get the digital and the printed.
Awesome. Yeah, printed edition of Sorority Power trade paperback, and the you get the rewards in it. Yeah, the digital level. Yep. And then the next one coming up is the junior level at 55. You get both the digital and the printed editions of Sorority of Power trade paperback and Sorority of Power number 16, which is awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. You got the senior level. It's 120. You get the rewards included in the digital level, plus the printed edition of Sorority of Power, Volume 1 trade paperback, plus Argo 5, Volumes 1 and 2 trades. That's awesome. You got the graduate level at 140. You got a nice list of stuff that's going to be included with that. That's awesome. Sorority Sister at 145.
And then you get to be your character on the, I email people when the campaign's over, get their character reference, and they get to be on that custom cover.
That is sweet. Oh man, the sophomore early bird is all gone.
Yeah, the early birds are gone.
Yeah, the early birds are out of here. That's what's going. That's why it didn't let me scroll up to the thing. But this is awesome, man. You got a great campaign going on. We're at 25.78. Let's see. I got about like 5 more minutes left on auctioning off the cover art. This is the penciled cover art for issue 16. It's a variant cover for issue 16. Now it is going to be fully inked when you receive it. It's going to be the fully inked cover. And of course, when you get the book, it'll be in color. But you'll get the black and white inked art.
Yeah, just some background information on Miss Molecule for whoever wins.
The
fact that she can control molecules, but the greater the volume of molecules she tries to control, the more effort it takes. So that's the limitation on just, not turning anything into anything. But the purple areas of her costume is chainmail. So she wears chainmail under the orange. It's like a chainmail catsuit. Because again, she can't control molecules of living things. So her flying is actually her controlling the purple chainmail that is her costume. So that's the explanation when you have this art of why the purple is chainmail, is because that's how she flies. She controls the molecules there and pushes that around.
I like how she manipulates her powers like that. That's cool. Kevin is funny. He says he hears seagulls. Mine, mine, mine. Patang, what's up, my friend? Glad you're hanging out with us. I know Tom. Tom is actually the big man in the house right now. He says he is going to be bidding 75 on this art. We got about 3 minutes left, and then we're going to do a little 10-second countdown. I'll do a little 3, 2, 1, and call it. And then after that, that will be the end of our broadcast day. After that, so let's see. We got like nope. We got 2 minutes left. So 2 more minutes left, and then this cover will belong to one lucky winner.
I will say that the Argo 5 trade that has Volume 1 that has Mirror X also has the skunk, which I requested use of, being that was another favorite. So
That's right. And that's actually, I believe that's the last appearance of the skunk as drawn by myself. Because over COVID, a lot of bad things happened during COVID. And so I had to sell the skunk. The skunk IP is actually belongs to a different company now. But the skunk sacrificed himself so that I could live. The skunk actually did keep me alive for 2 more years, thanks to his great sacrifice. So that's actually the last official printed appearance of the skunk as drawn by myself in that book. That's all yours, Dan. And I don't know if the skunk is going to appear anywhere else. The company's actually had it now for a little while, so I don't know what's going to be happening.
I'm Kevin sure is Macy as well, right?
Yeah, they got the skunk, Macy, and the immediate supporting cast of his stories. So unfortunately, it hurts to let your children go, but at the same time, their sacrifice lets you live to create another day. Kevin is a little upset right now. He couldn't bid 69 like he likes to do because there's already a $75 bid in the running. Chet says, can you add something to the original art, Bill, or is that it? No, I can add some more things to the original art. If you happen to be the person that wins the original art, let me know what you're thinking, and I'm sure that it could be added into the original art. I know that you have a good creative mind, so I have no worries when it comes to you, my friend. But yeah, whoever actually wins tonight, if there's a little additional detail or something, let me know. Let me know what you have in mind. Kevin says the sale of the skunk stinks. I know. It hurt for a while, but I've come to terms with it. It's okay. Tom says, yeah, I know. I like to torture Kevin Green. Chet says, okay. All right, less than a minute left to go, and we're going to do Chet's in the room with $100. All right, Chet, I got to write you down, my friend. Chet has the big bid in the room for the variant artwork to issue 16. Less than a minute to go. We're almost ready for our 10-second countdown. And I always do the 10-second countdown with the keyboard because there's always a delay. Because of the nature of broadcasting, there's a delay between when I say 3, 2, 1 and when you actually hear my voice. So if there's a sniper in the room, it doesn't bode well. So I will do a 10-second countdown just in the chat with the keyboard, so that way you know exactly what's going on. So we're going to start that 10-second countdown now, starting with 9. As soon as the field empties out, I could type in the next number. I could type it in. I will immediately type it in. Thank you, Chet, for your bid. You're awesome, bro. 7, 6, 5. Tom in the room interrupting the countdown with 110. Awesome, man. Flex those muscles is what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. All right, Tom is in the room right now with 110. We're going to continue the countdown. 4, Three. I feel like the Count on Sesame Street. Dos. If he spoke Spanish. Chet in the room with 150. Good Lord. See, that's why I go by the keyboard and not by my voice. Because good Lord. All right, we stopped the countdown at 2. Now we're starting the countdown at 1. Chet's in the room with 150. I'm going to type 000 to mark sold. And all right, I'm going to scroll back up just to make sure. Tom says, this is Chet kicking me in the head. All right, Chet has the winning bid at 150. Please, everybody, congratulate Chet. Chet, thank you so much, brother. You are awesome. You're the proud owner of the cover of issue 16, the variant cover. You can let me know the details for what you want to add onto it, and we'll go from there. I'll definitely let Dan know what we're going to be adding onto it so he sees what we're doing, and that'll be super, super cool. Awesome, man. Congratulations, Chet. Kevin says, big money. Haha. Chet is saying, thank you. Committed Comics. Tom says, Chet is a rock star. Cool. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yep. Send me a message, and I'm going to take a little snack break right after the broadcast, and I'll come back and I'll check the message, and we'll definitely get all the details back and forth. That'll be awesome. Thanks, Chet. Tom says he wants to add boobies.
More than 2?
I know, right? Oh, man. Well, Dan, dude, I had a fun time hanging out with you today, dude.
Yeah, no, most definitely the same here, and great to be among my people because, like everyone here, I'm a Bill Mouse fan. I think our initial thing was a Catwoman commission, rather than I wasn't even publishing. And just, that love of your art and all your works.
You're awesome, dude. Thanks so much.
Got us together.
I love that we find reasons and ways to be able to do creative stuff together. I mean, because this is what it's all about. I mean, ever since I was a kid, I've used my art to make friends. That's how I've always made friends since day one in school, in college, at work. That's always been the thing. So I'm just continuing the tradition, man. It's like, if anybody's a fan, you just end up being friends, man. It's like I like that we're all able to do this together and have fun together. And that's good. That's good. Check out the pledges there. We're up to 2578. Hopefully we'll hit a couple more after the broadcast tonight, and hopefully people will rewatch the show and consider supporting and making sure that the book hits a bigger number so we can make more. And if anybody is watching this later on, not part of our usual group, please consider subscribing to my channel. Please drop a like on the channel because the evil algorithm keeps little channels like this from growing just because of algorithms and the Skynet. You know how it is. Dan, is there anything else you want to say before we cut out for the evening?
No, I just want to thank everyone who supported the campaign, and just to let you know, we have a number of books that we haven't even talked about that has Bill's work. We'll keep bringing those to Kickstarter, and continue to bring great stuff like this variant cover that I'm very excited about.
Awesome. All right, dude. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. There's only a couple minutes left of it, but I hope the week treats everybody good. Dan, thank you for being here. Thank you for doing what you do, because without you, I can't do what I do. and that's a lot of fun that we get to have together with everybody. So everybody have a nice rest of your weekend, and enjoy the week, and we will see you guys next time. Enjoy, man.
Good night, Seattle.